Hey everyone, and welcome to the 37th episode of We're All in the Same Boat. I'm your host, Luke Roxwold, and today I'm here with Michael.
Hey, what's up?
And Shayne.
Happy Black History Month.
Woo. It is still February.
It is actually, it's 2/22 as well as February 22nd as of this recording, so it's like 2/22.
It's 2/2/2/18, am I right? 18!
Craziness. So last time, pointed out last time.
As always, you can check us out on SoundCloud and iTunes, so leave us a review and say nice things to us and leave comments, because that would be awesome. Sorry, go ahead.
And follow us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, follow us on Twitter on WAITSB Podcast.
Same thing on Instagram.
Yes.
Woo!
Do it.
Woo!
Like the first time Shayne said welcome, like Happy Black History Month, I remember I thought it was so funny because he said it so dry, and then he was like, Happy Black History Month, and Luke's just like, yay! And then we just moved on.
I just don't know what else to say. It's like, yeah, it's February.
But like, Shayne was just like, Happy Black History Month. Like, he wasn't even like stoked about it in the first place. And then he was like the fakest yay, and it was just awesome.
I feel like I did that way. Significant. Like
I wasn't expecting to say that, but I know I wanted to, but I started saying just hello at first, but I was like, oh wait, no. And then I didn't want to say it frantically, so I just said it monotone.
It's just like, yay! So we were talking about a couple things. Oh,
wait, this is about Black History Month. One of the kids at my job had said, because I wrote Happy Black History Month on our chalkboard, and one of the kids, like, I think it was last week, he asked one of my coworkers, why does it still say Black History Month? And I'm like, because it's the whole month, kid. You got a problem with Black history?
That's funny. It's like,
no.
But why is it the whole month though?
He was trying to erase it off the chalkboard. which speaking of that, I have many stories about these kids and their racism and their sexism that are
oh man
hysterical.
I feel like that's so
go ahead.
like with kids and stuff. I feel like that's almost. I hate to say the word endearing, but it kind of is, because it's like they don't know what they're just kids.
What a racist guy.
No.
It's like when a kid is like a mom is pregnant and they're like, "You're so fat." Like they don't know. They don't know what they're saying, and so it's like
no. Most of these kids are very aware.
They know.
They're very aware. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you know that? Like, confused.
Monsters.
I talk to your mom, please.
Is Philip a racist?
Philip is not a racist. No, Philip has actually made a lot of good turns in his
life. Good life decisions.
The last couple weeks, yeah. He's been making new friends. He has been
classic Philip.
Yeah, I know. Philip's been great.
So, we were talking about a couple different things. I know, Michael, you were saying you're done with Apple. You're going to get rid of it.
Yeah, they're annoying me.
Oh, you're done with Apple too? Yes.
I know, everyone's leaving. I think I get annoyed at Apple, but then I go back and I hate the alternative.
I'm not going to say I'm leaving. I'm going to say, because I'm still recording on my Mac now, but I'm gonna say I'm taking a hiatus.
You try doing video editing with a Windows. Hiatus. If you start doing video editing or photo editing or music on a Windows, that's when you go, oh yeah, that's why people like Macs. So as much as you hate a Mac, when you go back and it's like, oh, I can't do this super screen thing. The trackpad's not good.
Never go back.
It's hard,
no, I don't hate Mac. That's not the issue. I liked my Mac up until it stopped.
Until it got bad. Am I right?
Apple just does stupid stuff.
I
hate how
some of their decisions and how things function just bother me a little.
The thing I've been hating lately is like their notifications are always over the buttons you want to press. Like on my phone, like a little banner comes down, it's like text message, or it's like turn here, whatever. Like all the buttons are at the top of the screen, the very top or the very bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And like usually every button I want to press is under that banner thing. And then I had a notification on my computer that I needed to update stuff, which I've been putting off for the past whole time I've had the computer. And it's right over the Discord icon. I'm like, how do they know to put it over everything that I need? And also,
wait, this is on your computer?
Yeah.
I thought this was on your phone.
Both. Because I hate all of it.
Michael, Apple's always watching. They know.
Also, it reminds me of every holiday. I don't care about holidays besides Christmas.
You can probably turn those
holidays.
off.
I don't know how.
But yeah, you can turn off notifications.
That's too bad, Michael. I'm sorry.
The hard life, man.
But we're talking about that. Life. And for some reason, that reminded me of... How did this happen? were talking about conversations or something. I don't know. I don't know what reminded me of this person.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Because I was
Shayne had a weird
telling
conversation
on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
I know this guy, and actually, Shayne, you know him too.
Oh.
That's just fun
Who
fact.
is it? Say the name. Spill. Tell me.
His name is Kenny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know him.
Wow. Okay.
So,
yeah.
all right. So I just barely know him, but Shayne and I had like one class with him, and he really liked the film stuff that I did. Like I showed him some of the stuff I was doing. So I'm gonna read you our Facebook messages. Okay. So in 2015, the very end of 2015, out of nowhere, just messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, how's everything going?" And I'm like, "It's good." He's like, "I'm doing goof, still doing." Still doing film? Like he just made a typo. And I was like, yeah, for fun. What have you been up to? You know, where are you these days? And he's like, just playing music. And I was like, cool, you still in Chesapeake? And that was it. And then 40 days later, yeah, man. And then I was like, haha, wow, a month and a half later. And he goes, still doing film?
Oh my god.
And
that's a great relationship.
And I was like, oh, you know, a little bit here and there. My job is software dev, though. And he's like, right on. And I was like, what are you up to these days?
Just playing music.
And then like 4 hours, so he's getting better. He's like, nothing much.
Yeah, he
Then
was out
that's it.
playing music. He was playing music
4
for 40
months.
days.
That's
Four-
hilarious.
4 months later. Yo, how's it been? You still doing film?
Yes. Oh my god.
You were that friend. You guys have that relationship where like old guys have. There's like every like couple months. Oh hey,
Yeah,
hey Bob.
they asked
Hey
the
Phil.
same thing.
Y'all
Yes.
You still got that cow? Yeah.
So then like I respond to that, and then we talk for like 2 or 3 messages. Doesn't go anywhere. And then I say, you know, what are you up to? Like, what are you doing with your life? And then like 2 months later, just job searching. I was like, well, he must be like in the desert, like looking for a job because he keeps
He's out
disappearing.
hunting in the woods.
And then it's
crossbow.
like, so this is like 06 or 2016, whatever the what 6 month is that? May?
June.
Is it June?
June's my birthday.
June.
Woo.
So it's
May's my
June
birthday.
2nd, and then June 3rd. So he basically responds to me. I said, "What are you job searching for? Like, what kind of job are you trying to find?" He's just like, "I don't know,
Something film.
just something." And then 2 weeks later, so it's basically I said, "What job are you searching for?" And he was like, "Not sure." And then 2 weeks later, he goes, "Nice." I just don't understand. And then I responded like, "Nice?" ? And I was like, "Hi," because I didn't know what he was referring to. That was a year ago.
Nice.
And he's never responded. It's just like, and then he texted me. He texted me a little while ago. I don't know.
He's
if
trying
I'll
really
be able to
hard
find
to be
it.
your friend.
Yeah, but
not
not.
hard
He's
enough.
not trying really hard. He's just making
a little
effort,
bit.
but he's not really trying. It's like,
That's hilarious.
I don't know what to think about this relationship, because it's like, this is all it's been for
Honestly,
3 years.
I would feel very uncomfortable, and I would tell him that this makes me uncomfortable. So unless you're gonna have an actual conversation with me, please stop talking to me.
I mean, it doesn't really make me uncomfortable. It's just like, dude, are you trying to?
Nah, if you
What is the
message
goal?
me over,
I think you're his best
if you
friend, Luke.
message me over 1,000,000 times and you say, "Are you still doing films?" Yes, I'm still doing films.
I mean, to be fair, he
It's
talks to him
like
like
you're
once a year.
It's just
So,
like,
he might not be doing film anymore.
Yes, am I doing film? And he's
That's
like,
when you,
I don't know,
that's
man.
when you just
Dude.
drop the link, Luke. That's when you just drop the link to the vlogs. Don't say anything. And be like, yes,
you
yes,
been up
I
to?
am.
What have you been up to, Luke?
To put this in
Vlog 14?
perspective, this was 2015. Wait a minute. Yeah, I was
That is a
still
long
in
time ago,
I was
though.
still in LA when he was texting me this stuff. Like, it's like forever. And it's like I just scrolled through all our messages. Watch. I'm at the top. Now I'm at the bottom. We've sent
So
like 20 messages total over like 3 years.
My
And
theory
it's the
is that-
same conversation.
My theory is that he does not have a consistent phone, and you are his best friend. And whenever he gets a phone, he messages
at
you.
least
and
he
then it
talks
breaks,
to you.
and then
He doesn't talk to me. I don't think I've ever had one conversation with him besides like a hi or maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know him that well. It's just, and like, I know he's not going to listen to this. That's why I'm telling the story. I think maybe he
Little
does.
do we know, he's heard every episode.
Maybe that's how. Like he's like, oh, I'll just listen to Luke's podcast instead of awkwardly messaging him once he.
I mean, I sent him this message
That makes sense.
A year ago, and he hasn't even read it.
Oh.
So at some point in the next
Right.
6 months, I'm gonna get a message like, "Hey, you still doing film?"
Dude,
That's when you say
awesome.
no. That's when you say no. You're like, oh man, why'd you give up? Or he'll be nice.
My friends didn't ask me enough if I was doing film. Dude,
That's what I do
I hate when
with
people.
more
At least he like
support.
tries. Like I hate when people. Someone will message me. Like it'll be like a friend that I barely know. You know, but someone that I know in person, and they're like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I'm like, "It's going good. How are you?" They're like, "I'm doing good." And that's all they like. They don't like follow up with anything
because
else. Like
they expect you. They expect you to lead the conversation. I'm like, you texted me.
texted me.
Exactly.
Like,
I say it all the time.
I think this that thirsty for human interaction. They're like, "Oh, I'll talk to Michael. He talks to people. He'll talk to me." Is that
And
how it
you're
works?
like, in this game, you make the effort.
Well, if you talk to somebody, like usually if someone, almost every time if someone asks, like messages me on Facebook randomly, like, "Hey man, how's it going?" They're usually about to ask me a question, which is fine. Like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" Or like, "What do you know about this?" Or, "Hey, I just wanted to catch up with you."
Right.
But like, they won't make an effort to ask any questions, and then I'm just like, "Okay, dude, later."
Right. Thanks.
People.
There's one dude I know. He's always asking me to call him or message him, but whenever I do, it's just that. It's just like, "Hey man, how's it going?" "Oh, it's going good. We should hang out sometime." "Yeah, we should." "All right, man.
We should.
Bye."
Isn't it? It's funny
you
too if you
never
think
hang
about
out.
if you took like this
Stupid.
type of conversation and put it in real life. It's just like you walk up to someone, "Hey man, what's up?" And they just walk away.
Basically.
Like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go back to doing whatever I was doing 2 seconds ago.
I feel like this is kind of it's interesting to be in this section of history where we're all figuring out the rules of texting and messaging and how it works and how it's so different from the way things were before. Like people would write letters to each other before. Like they'd write a paragraph and send it and it would take
And it's
weeks.
like, "Hey man, you still doing film?" They mail it to you.
No, I get an envelope and I'm like,
you're saying people used to write
open it up,
letters.
and it's just one sheet of paper that just says, "Hey man, still doing
Oh gosh, I would kill myself. But people used to have to walk to different, like, civilizations or whatever they were called back then.
That's right. People would die on the way.
They would have to walk across the desert. I gotta tell Julie that she needs to bring milk home. And they had to backpack across the Sahara.
What in the world? It's like, Shayne, you could have gotten milk at the store for how
In the
far
desert.
you walked.
It's like, you
You
know what?
could have
so-
raised a cow.
Well,
and
Jerry the
milked it.
camel needed water, okay? So we had to stop.
So I have like
That
a
is
bunch of
weird.
different like topics kind of written down as starters, but I didn't know if you guys had anything that you wanted to talk about. I know
I
you guys
really
mentioned a
want to
few
talk
things.
about the redneck games.
Yeah. So Shayne messaged me about this. Said, "Hey, let's talk about this." He sent one picture. I have no idea what it is. It's like
It was a
It's
man-
like an old guy in mud.
Yeah.
They have
His
they
face
have
is
a
muddy,
website.
and
There's
he
a
won.
website with it. They have a bunch of pictures from the past
They.
events and stuff.
What is it?
It's the website. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Redneck Games.
It's
that what you said?
summerredneckgames.com.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the redneck games I think were disbanded a few years ago.
That's a bummer.
But by the looks of these pictures, they should bring them back and they should live stream it. But
All right, hold up. I'm pulling it up here.
So what makes you so interested in this, Shayne?
Here's the
okay.
hold up. So here's the Wikipedia. Unless if you have the info, you can give it. I'm just pulling it up.
no, I was just gonna read off the.
Okay. We do extensive research here at the We're All in the Same Boat.
I mean, that's all I
podcast.
could find was the actual website, which the website was clearly made by rednecks, and the Wikipedia page.
It's all GIFs in like bright red letters with black background. Like the background is a layer. It's like a tiled GIF of stars and meteors or something. It's just like tiled and in red flashing letters.
It's
it's
that like
just a
screensaver
poorly-
that used to be on Microsoft
Shayne,
computers
can
that
you
was like a
lean a little
maze.
closer to your microphone? You're kind of quiet.
Oh yeah, I'm saying it's a poorly made website. I'll say that, like a poorly made website.
Let me see if I can find it.
Was it
Still looking.
redneckgames.com?
Yeah, it's Summer Redneck Games. If you type Redneck Games on Google, it's the second thing that pops up.
There are no sources on the Wikipedia page for Redneck Games.
It only happens
fake.
in Georgia.
Rednecks don't use it. Whoa. So it's like black
Dublin, Georgia,
with red text that says Summer Redneck Games. These children with photoshopped beards.
Wait,
this is great.
Redneck Games, right? You got to be really careful about just typing in websites.com.
Yeah,
right?
Summer Redneck Games.
Oh, no. Hold up.
Yeah, don't go to rednecks.com, Luke. I don't think you want to see what's there.
Redneck Games, what? What's the website?
SummerRedneckGames.com.
SummerRedneckGames.com. Enter. Wow, I was like kind of spot on. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. This looks so bad.
So listeners, it's like a black fades to blue background.
They
like
have ads. There's
emoji.
ads on this website.
There's like a picture of these little kids with like photoshopped beards and teeth on them. Looks really weird.
The text is like on my computer screwed up, and it's all like running into the ads.
I have no idea what it says. It says Genotropin Pen Bodybuilding Premier Transportation. Where can I buy clenbuterol?
There's no way this is the
UK?
right website. Shane, what is this thing? What are you leading us down? What is this?
So, let me tell you how I first found out about this. So, I'm at my job, and some kids are reading one of those Ripley's Believe It or Not books, and I walk over there just to see what they're doing, and they happen to be on this page called the Redneck Games. So I said, wait, let me see that. So I looked at it, and then I said, I took a picture of it. Like, what are you doing? I said, I'm taking a picture because I need to read it. Then I go over to the corner, and I look and see, I read the games and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. This needs to be talked about. And I thought it would be cool because to see which games, how we feel we would compete in these games. So some of the events that they have are bobbing for pig's feet.
What?
Seed spitting.
Wait, stop.
Toilet seat
Bobbing
throwing.
for apples is already redneck enough. Why did they have to switch it out with bacon?
They got to redneck it all the way.
Redneck. They have toilet seat throwing. Mud pit belly flop contest.
Is this self-aware?
I have no idea. An armpit serenade. And then one that sounds really fun to me is hubcap hurling.
Mm.
Oh, I'd do that.
And then they have a bunch of other ones. And then the best part, though, is that when you win one of the events, you get a trophy, which is a half-crushed, empty-mounted beer can.
That's so trashy.
I would like to compete in the Redneck Games of 2018. Someone please bring
I'm hereby throwing my hat into the ring.
Yeah, apparently it receives coverage. So Good Morning America, Life, Maxim, MTV, Tonight Show, ABC, NBC, CBS, BBC. So basically this is a game that has a beer can trophy is more successful than I am.
Basically. But they have been doing this since 1996. So.
Yeah, well, I've been alive since 1992, so like.
Well, try harder.
I gotta step
You're slacking,
it up.
bro.
Yeah, I don't have a beer trophy. I haven't been on TV.
Redneck.
Actually,
Yes.
I think I have been on TV at some point. Probably. I don't know. Have you
sang-
guys ever been on TV?
I was on TV when I was like
I don't think
10, singing in a choir in front of Bass Pro Shop.
I've been on.
Which is
I have
pretty
been on
redneck, now that I think about it.
I had a high school graduation on TV. Bam.
Nice.
So you were like a speck, just like he's over there. I think
there.
I was on the radio
see me.
once.
That's pretty cool.
I was not.
I was on the
called
radio
in
once.
to the. Oh yeah, because you played music on the radio. How'd that go, by the way?
Yeah.
What? Wait, which time?
You played on the radio just recently.
You said
I was on TV. I was on
Yeah,
TV.
he was on TV. That's right. Yeah.
I was on the radio a couple years ago. Oh yeah, I was on TV this last week when I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
you guys are on
wait a
TV? Yeah, when
second.
I was like 8. Yeah, I was
like-
on the.
When
you
I
were
was on
just
Barney.
on TV between now and the last podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I was on Hampton Road Show with that band Keycentric. We played a couple songs. It was pretty fun.
Did
The hosts-
you have like what was the experience like?
It was pretty normal. It wasn't that weird. It wasn't
Just
actually,
like when you're normally on TV, it was just normal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't super
He
weird.
wasn't
Whoa.
on TV. He was behind the camera. So it's not
That's
that
true.
weird.
So
Wait, what? Wait.
we walked in. No, I was in front of the camera, but it was just like
That's
you
what
don't
I
see
meant.
the viewers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's kind of funny. Like I walked in there, and there's a guy from my church who worked there. I didn't even know he worked there. He was like the sound guy.
What?
I looked. You know, when you see somebody that you know, but not what you expect them to be, and you're looking at them for a second.
Yes.
And you're like,
why are you
like
here?
Just like, no, like you don't understand who they are at first.
It's
like
so
Mike,
awkward. It's really awkward if like you just barely know them. So I had this happen. I went to the camera shop this weekend, and I saw a girl that I actually don't really like very much. She really. There's not a whole lot of people that really annoy me. Like some people, I get irritated with people. Like if I'm discussing something and stuff like that, that happens.
Luke,
but
tell the story.
What?
I said just tell the story.
This is the story. This is how you make stories interesting. You gotta engage
I'm interested.
people.
I'm
so
engaged.
like you
okay.
basically I can get like irritated with people, but I don't. There's not very many people that I'm just annoyed at in general. But this girl, I don't know what it is about her. She really irritates me. And it's just like the way she talks, or she just seems kind of selfish and self-centered. And I don't know. I just don't like her.
Gross.
But I saw her, I think, at a camera shop this weekend, and I think it was her. I think it was, because she does video stuff, and like we were both at the counter like next to each other, but she didn't say anything, and then she said her last name, and I wasn't sure if that was correct, so I didn't say anything. So we both like went our separate ways, and she probably saw me, and I saw her, and like we were both unsure about the other person.
Yeah, that's always weird. And you don't want to talk. I've done it before, but hey man, how's it going? And I say like, how's it going? Like Phil, I haven't seen you in a while. He's like, I don't know you. And I was just like, oh.
It's also like, well, because I didn't really want to talk to her either, so that's one of the reasons.
Am I the only person who actively looks around for people that I dislike so I can avoid them? Like, and you're just going throughout your day?
I definitely don't do that.
I've hidden from a calculus teacher before.
I know why I do it. I don't think it's a normal thing. I was just curious to see if you guys.
I actually look around and like look for people that I know so I can talk to them.
It depends. So like I was at Best Buy in Virginia.
I'm just paranoid.
I was at Best Buy in Virginia, and I was like hanging out.
I was too last week.
I don't know. Why were you in Best Buy? Why were you there?
My laptop.
Oh. So I was at Best Buy back in Virginia. This was like a couple of years ago, and I was with a friend of mine, actually, someone I hadn't seen in a while, and her and I were like I don't know why we were at Best Buy, but we were. And then I saw my calculus teacher, who was like super awkward and weird, and like he wasn't really a good teacher. So when I saw him, it was like, whoa! And I like ducked down, and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, my calculus teacher's over there. And I don't want to talk to him right now, because it would have been like super awkward, like, hey, what do you and so it's just like it's kind of like I was telling people that when you're at church, I really don't find it to be the best place to socialize, because people are like trying to go sit down, or they're not trying to sit down, but you don't really know like, am I sitting with this person? I guess not. Am I supposed to ask? There's like no rules. There's no rules, and so like
No day.
I don't know how it works, and so like you're kind of getting this like, hey, are we talking now or are we not talking now? Are you trying to leave? Are you going to lunch? Are you sitting down? I don't know if I'm supposed to make a conversation with you or not, and so like that's what I struggle with when it's like, am I supposed to make a conversation happen or not? And that's what that would have been like.
I never have an issue with that myself, because I actively avoid trying to talk to people when I go somewhere. Like I just don't. Even if it's someone that I know, I'm like, I just not in the mood. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I don't really want to have this conversation. I don't want to pretend that I want to have this conversation. I want to do what I'm trying to do and go home.
That I'm like trying to decide if I like, oh, does he want to talk? Oh, I don't know. And like Shayne's like going like running down the aisle trying to get away from me.
Because for me, like I think. Maybe in sort of a similar vein in Luke, for me, I can conversate easily and I don't mind conversating, but when it's like I run into someone, I think, all right, what are we supposed to talk about? How long is this conversation supposed to be? How does it end? When do I walk away? I want to walk away now.
Before you talk to me, you need to fill out this form. How long is this conversation?
Right. Are we supposed to hang out later, or are we supposed to exchange numbers? Like, how does this work?
I'm going to ask something.
Okay. No,
right before the story, because it's really short. So, like, I've heard you say this before, and I've heard other people say this before, and I'm asking this not to point out a flaw, but to ask an actual real question. I mean, is conversate a word?
conversate. Like, is it an actual word? I don't know if it's an actual word.
I think the correct word is converse, but it's okay.
I hear people say it all the time. But
I say because I've heard it and I just don't know if it's a real word or not.
I don't know.
I was thinking that the entire time he was talking just now. I was trying to figure out what the real word was. I'm pretty sure it's converse. It's just converse.
Converse.
I
don't really converse
right now.
Because I've heard people say conversate. You know, it's not a real word. Ginormous. That's amazing.
It is now.
No, it's not.
After elf came out, it got put in the dictionary.
See, that's not fair because you can't. I can't just make up like I'm gonna make a word with no vowels. That's
you can if you're Will Ferrell.
That's 50,000 letters long, and I'll put it in a movie, and now it's a real word.
Conversate.
It depends.
Wait,
sorry.
No, I protest that word.
Conversate is the verb. It's a verb, and it means engage in conversation. So it's a real word. Yes, It's just informal.
I conversated.
So it's a colloquialism then.
Wait, is it on Urban Dictionary? Where'd you find this?
No, it's on dictionary. It's on Merriam-Webster-Dictionary.com. But it also is on Urban Dictionary too. But whatever.
What was your story, Shayne?
So about avoiding people just because I don't know how the conversation's supposed to go and just how my brain works. I need to know how things are supposed to go. I don't know. I'm weird. But so I was walking my dog through my neighborhood, and then I saw my best friend from the kindergarten, like my first best friend ever in life. He was going to like his parents' house, and I was like, oh look, there's like my friend. But see, I don't really want to talk to him because I'm walking my dog, and then if I talk, my dog thinks like, what's going on? I gotta walk, and then I'm like, great, what are you supposed to talk about? We haven't really talked in forever. There's a lot of things to talk about. You have a wife and a baby. I should ask about that. But then what if the wife comes out? Baby? What?
His old best friend.
Oh,
I mean, almost 90%.
He's
90%
my
of
old
my friends
best friend,
have babies.
but then he had a baby, so he can't be my best friend anymore.
No, I'm just saying.
He doesn't need me.
I'm just saying that means I should ask about the wife and the baby, and then what if the wife and the baby come out? Then I have to introduce myself to them. Then I have to talk to her.
That sounds like
can be a long process.
I love it because we're like, wait, that I can't decide if I'd want that to happen or not. The problem is, if you're in a hurry, that's not good. I'm never in a hurry. One of my major flaws.
I always hate that.
One of my major flaws is that I will experience the whole experience and what I think is going to happen before it actually happens. That by then I'm exhausted and I don't want to actually have the actual experience because I'm tired. I already had it in my head. All right, let's move on. I said hi. You didn't hear me say hi, but I actually did say hi.
You're already emotionally exhausted from the
the
fake experience.
What if you were just honest and you were like, hey man, I just saw you and it emotionally exhausted me. I can't do this right now.
But it has nothing to do with the other person.
I am unable to do this right now.
Hey, you should have though. You should have been like, hey dude, I haven't seen you forever. I'm busy, but let's talk. Here's my phone number. There's that. That's nice.
Yeah, and then but then and it sucks too because I saw him walking up to me, so that means he saw me and said, dang it. He's walking up to me. I can't pretend like I didn't see him now. I gotta have. So then we ended up talking, and it was nice. Don't get me wrong, but
I thought you were gonna run away. Like I was like, then I just ran away with my dog.
Just turned around and runs.
Sorry.
I was the whole time I was
exhausted.
The whole time I was hoping just walk into the house and don't come back outside. But he never walked into the house.
Have you've known? Did you already know he lived there? Because you know he had a baby and stuff.
No, okay. We're friends on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, but we just haven't talked in person. The last time I saw him in person.
But he lives in your neighborhood. You're the worst friend ever, Shayne.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm not trying to hang out with you anymore.
No.
Because you'll just forget about me.
Minute.
And then you'll find me, and you won't care. And
okay, first of all, we went to different middle schools, different high schools. We went to...
Dude, I was homeschooled. I went to a different school than everybody.
I don't care. And then I went to New York, and then he joined...
my homeschool friends.
Then he joined the Navy or the Coast Guard or something, so he went off to some other place, and then he came back, and they were living in a different city when he got married, and now they're back in Virginia Beach for the first time this year. So I really even haven't had the opportunity.
So basically, it's his fault.
No, it's no one's fault. It's like
Shayne,
no one's fault.
You need You need to give this guy. You got to tell this person what he messed up.
He didn't mess anything up. Daniel is a great person with a beautiful baby and a beautiful wife.
You just had to go get a baby. Do you see what you've done? You put Shayne in a situation where he had to decide if he wanted to stay or run.
But honestly, everyone I know puts me in that type of situation. But it has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me.
That's so funny if he was walking up to talk to you, and he was like, "Hey Shayne," you just turned and just, "I can't do it," and just ran.
I feel like
how long was the conversation though?
We probably talked maybe roughly no more than 10 minutes, but give or take.
10 minutes you'll never get back.
Cool.
Yeah, but 10 minutes that I enjoy talking to my friend, so whatever.
That's good.
Yeah, it is.
Way to go, Daniel.
I can't hear you guys right now.
Why?
Hello?
Do you need an ear check? I'm a doctor.
Michael, can you hear us right now?
Signal is weak.
No. Wait, Michael.
No. Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
We always heard you. Can you hear
it cut
us?
out for me. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh.
I just left a marker.
That was that Mac. It's that Mac.
The Max, man. Dude, so like the conversation before when you were like, you're talking to somebody, you're not sure how, like, if I should keep hanging out with them, should I walk away now? Like, what's the least awkward thing to do? I feel like I was in like the ultimate version of that one time. So my first year working at Elf,
the ultimate version is like the last level. This is the boss fight.
It was super awkward. So my first year working at Elf, like, a lot of my friends are on it, and like a lot of times we'd hang out during the day when we weren't working. Because at first, like, you are used to being up in the day, so you kind of stay up all day. So I was up in the daytime. We got off at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up around noon. And I was trying to find people to hang out with, and there was a couple there named John and Johanna. Super nice people. Like, we had a lot in common. They both like also worked at churches, and like we like the same music and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, you guys are awake. Do you guys want to go like hang out and stuff?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." Like, we worked out, and then we like went to the store and got some food and stuff. And the whole time they were talking about watching a movie. They talked about what movie they wanted to watch and getting some snacks. And the whole time I was trying to figure out, like, am I going to watch the movie with them? Or is this like a date that they want to have by themselves? Like, if they want to have a date, that's fine. I just need to know. Like, I was like waiting for them to kind of like give me a hint. And like they would ask me like what movies I recommend and stuff. I was like, "Oh, this movie's great. I love this movie." "Oh yeah, that's a good one. You should get that one." But the whole time I didn't know. I was like, am I going with them? Am I just, what's happening? It was super awkward. And like they were really nice.
What happened?
So I just took it upon myself. They were like, "All right, man, we're going to watch a movie now." I was like, "All right, cool. I'll see you later." And I just walked away, and I never knew what they wanted. They could have.
It's so awkward too, because it's like, how do I just tell them? Just tell me what you want.
Yeah, because it's like,
yeah,
it's like, hey,
yes.
Am I going to watch this with you? Because like then they'll feel obligated to say, "Yeah, you can watch it with us," but I don't want to watch it with them if they want to like watch it together.
Exactly.
I would try to be like obvious. I'd just be like, "Are you guys trying to do date night?" Because I mean, like, I just don't know.
I can leave.
I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like whenever you do that, people feel awkward. They don't want to like make you leave because like
I hate that.
That
kind
happened
of
to me. No, that happened to me.
In this context,
no, me too.
In this context, I would have been all alone though, because like I had no one else to hang out with. They were all asleep.
I have a story.
So they probably felt obligated. It was.
Yeah, but like,
sad.
Oh, I don't know. It's worse. It's almost like it's so much worse. Where it's like, I just need to know what you guys want.
Yeah.
Like if you guys are trying to do date night, then like I'm gonna leave because I do not want to be here if you guys want to do date night.
Exactly.
But anyway, Shayne, what's your story?
Oh no, it kind of has to deal with that. So, my best friend's birthday back in January, he turned. That's not important. So
no, you guys are telling me the names of the people and their ages, and it's like, why are you doxing people? We don't need
because it makes it easy. It just keeps everything easier.
It's fine. I'm just fine because it's like Michael's like her name was Jesse and his name was Michael.
I don't really care about exposing these people, but I guess
I did it too in my story, so it's not.
Yeah, but so yeah, it was his birthday, and like a week before his birthday, I said okay, because before he was my friend that doesn't do anything, and I always would make him do stuff, and last year I tried to do something for him, didn't really go over too well. And so I was like, all right, well, this year I said, okay, well, if you're doing anything for your birthday, let me know. And he said, okay, I'll let you know. So Don't hear anything from him all week. And then his actual birthday comes, and I still don't hear anything from him. And then then I tried to call him too for his birthday, and he didn't answer, didn't call back. But he texted me and said thank you or something, but I was like, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, well, so then I texted him around 6:00, I think, that night, and I said, so is anything happening? And he said something about how he was playing video games or something. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to come over and give you your present. So I drive over there, and I get there, and his girlfriend is there. And so he's like, yeah, all I've been doing all day is playing video games and chilling. And I was like, oh. Then I thought, oh, that's interesting because you didn't respond to me even though I've been trying to contact you.
Oh, no.
So I can give you this gift. I'm trying to appreciate you. And yeah. So then I give him his gift and all that stuff. And then so he's been kind of awkward about it. And I kind of just want to call him out on this, but I don't think he really knows how to fit me and his girlfriend into his life. And I think he wants us.
Oh no, we've all been in that situation.
Yeah, and he wants us to. I don't know if he wants us to be friends or something like me and her, because he awkwardly said, "Oh, this is a perfect time for you guys to exchange numbers." And me and the girl both look.
He's trying to get you to date her because he's gonna break up with her.
No,
test my boy.
And me and the girl both look at each other, and I said, "Why would we do that? Is something?" No, I just why would we do that? Is something happening soon? Because I've made the mistake of becoming really good friends with one of my best friends' girlfriends before, and we just not. Don't do it. But
Michael and I talked about this on the podcast that was just us
really?
two.
Yeah. It just don't do it. So
bad.
Well,
don't do it.
Every situation is different, but
I kind of disagree.
Every situation is different.
If I like her, I'll
it's
steal
a woman,
her.
and if I like her, I don't care.
No, that's different. I'm saying just being flat out friends.
Don't be friends with your friends' friends. Because if the friends stop being friends, game over.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm friends with tons of friends that are broken up, and
all my friends fight.
I'm the bridge between them. Anyway, continue, Shayne. So your friend wants you to be with his girlfriend in a textual way.
No,
just textually.
So he's told us to exchange numbers, and so I said, "Why was something happening?" And he said, "No, something about I just think it would be a good time." And so I'm thinking in my head, I'm not doing that. We're not exchanging numbers unless there's some type of event.
Numbers. He
why would I do
there though?
But my thing is that I don't know.
I feel for your friend
between me and his.
Well, I feel for your
me,
friend because I've been that guy who's trying to get people to get to know each other, and then people give me a hard time. It's like the guy who goes, "Hey, look,
but
hey,
see, no, wait, because my story about me and my friend."
Hold on, but there's things where I'll be the guy who goes, "Hey, why don't I try and take a picture of everyone because I know everyone wants a picture." And then everyone's a douchebag about the way I'm taking the picture. And it's I'm literally doing this for you guys.
We wouldn't even have this picture without me.
I made this for you.
Yeah. And so when he's trying, he's probably, maybe it's a little awkward, but he's probably trying to get you guys to get to know each other.
No, he's not. And let me explain why.
Okay.
Because so
fine.
When he initially was talking to me about dating this girl, he said, would it make me a bad person if I try to sleep with 3 girls at the same time? And I said, yes, it is. And then I said, and he said, well, there's 2 of them. There's no, basically no potential of dating, but one of them there was. And he said 2 of them were coworkers. I said, don't ever do anything with coworkers. That's just setting you up for disaster
Red
at work.
Flag.
It's actually 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Asking for
it's
danger.
And they're sisters.
Oh gosh. And so I said, does the other person? I said the one that does not work with you. I said, sure, whatever. Go. I don't agree, but go for it. And then when he told me it was one of his other really good friend's sisters, I said, no, I don't think that's a good idea because if something happens between you two, that's going to affect your friendship with him and yada, yada, yada.
But
and
does your friendship
like, no,
with
the
him
guy
matter
said it
more
was
than
cool
her?
and blah, 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 blah. And so I guess once I said that, he didn't feel too good about what I said about him dating this girl. So once he started dating her, he decided not to talk to me for 5 months. And
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, we know. Me and him it wasn't whatever. We had a conversation about it, but and then before, okay, I was like, okay, well, let me make an effort. So I said, the three of us should do something sometime because, if she's really like in your life as much as she is and you love her, like you say, I mean, I would like to get to know her. And he always said that she's awkward around new people.
What if
he
was like, Shayne realizes how special this girl is and he's trying to take her?
Let me help him out. Give him her phone number.
No, I mean,
level
this
the
is
playing
after.
field.
This is after, isn't it?
No, they're dating.
This is before.
Oh, this is before the number.
This is before the story I'm telling.
That's not funny.
Okay. I know. That's why you should let me tell the story so I can get
explaining
to the
it.
funny parts.
I'm intrigued.
So I said, yeah, let's do something. And he said, oh, great. And then the next time we hung out after I said that, I said, well, did you bring it up to her? And he said, no, I didn't have to because she wants to get to know you too. And I said, okay, great. This should be easy, right? I've seen this girl 3 times now, and it's always me 100% of the time driving the conversation. I'm asking her questions. I'm switching things, but it's never reciprocated. Like, she doesn't ask me any questions. I have to tell her about myself. I said, okay, well, can you ask me some questions? And then she's awkwardly sitting on her phone. And I asked her, I said, well, you're on your phone a lot. Or do you, like, look up memes or something? Because I'm trying to, like, talk. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Trying to relate to her.
You said you want to get to know me.
Like, oh, is your phone more interesting than me?
No, it's not that. It's just you said you want to get to know me, and here I am, like, putting myself out there and trying to get to know me when I'm the type of person I don't like when my friends have other friends, or the fact that my best friend has a girlfriend really pisses me off. But I'm happy for him because he's happy, and I'm really trying, okay? So I need you to help me out.
This is
girl.
worse than a friend. It's like a double friend.
I need you to help me out.
Friend. You're like my worst friend now.
So now catching up to where we are now when the exchange numbers thing, I wish he would have just said something. Just say, hey, I don't know. I think just the way he said it was awkward and made us both feel uncomfortable. But the point is, I went over there and I said, oh, he's been with his girlfriend all day, which is fine, that's cool, but dang, like, you could have just let me know. So I was like, but you know what, here I am trying to be a good friend, gonna make an effort. So I'm hanging out with both of them, trying to talk, trying to conversate, relate. And then I said, oh, we should do this thing, watch this video, because she was asking me about, we started talking about how he doesn't appreciate anything, and she was telling me to tell her stories because we used to be roommates, and I was like, well, I don't want to talk bad about him. But then I had made this video vlog when I was in New York, and I said, oh, let's watch this because that'll show us in New York, right? And then I don't have to explain anything, we can just watch it. And so we're like watching the video, thinking we're having a great time, and then he turns it off and he's like, well, I don't want to watch this, and then he turns his whatever game he was playing back on, and then they go back to playing games, and then he tries to talk to me, and then I get it. I said, okay, I went to the bathroom, and then I said, okay, well, I'm going to leave. And he's like, wait, what did you say? I said, I'm going to leave. And then I left because I was like, well, I mean, I'm like really trying here, and all you guys are doing is cuddling up on the couch playing games, which is what you were doing before I came over. So why are you still doing that as I'm here? And I'm supposed to just sit here and pretend like that's okay when I can go home and do my own thing. I'm not going to just sit here and just look stupid. So then I left. And then we haven't talked since then.
How long ago was this?
This was January 20th. That's his birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and then I saw him
not like
once.
Forever ago, but not.
No. Yeah. I saw him once on the gym. I saw him once at the gym, and then.
Did you run away from him, or did you say hi?
No.
He did weighted lunges away from him.
I did. I mean, I acknowledged his existence.
I'm sorry.
I just imagine Shayne like doing
Shayne's
like walking lunges, and he sees him and just like goes the other direction. Like slowly and strenuously. but like with purpose.
Sorry, that's just really funny.
No, I
so
acknowledge
so you saw him.
I acknowledged his existence, and we, had small talk, but I was at the gym to focus on working out, and I had to go back to work at a certain time, and then I really just stopped caring that he was there when he tried to give me workout tips. I said, who are you? I'm in here every day, and every time I ask you to come, you have some excuse, and you never work out anymore, even though you used to all the time. I don't want to hear anything from you.
I can see all the walls building up, Shayne.
But all I did, I just stared at him. And then I turned away, and then I left. And then it made me mad because when I went to go get my stuff out of the locker room, when I was leaving, I saw him walking out of the gym, and when I saw him in the parking lot, I said, so you're just going to leave without saying bye? And he's like, no, I tried looking for you. I was like, well, you didn't try hard enough. And
I'm right here.
No, not, but then so basically, yeah. So yeah,
I was looking for you. I was right here the whole time.
But so we haven't talked since then, and there's many reasons why at least I haven't talked to him. But I don't even know what the point of this whole story was again. What Michael said.
Well, yeah, we talked about people
about,
and friends and
awkward situations with friends.
Yeah.
Just keep staying with them.
Yeah, but so.
It's funny because I feel like
stupid.
These stories I can tell when Shayne's getting to something that's not good, because it's always like, which is fine, it's cool, it's not a big deal, and then I know,
and then it is a big deal.
But just wait.
But it was a big deal.
I say that because in the grand scheme of things, it's like, okay, I get it, it's not that serious to you, and I try not to look at things from a selfish perspective. All the time I try to be in the shoes of the other person, how they might view things. I'm like, okay, that's fine for you, but that's not necessarily fine for me.
It's just funny. It's always like, and then he walked away and didn't talk to me, which I mean, it's fine.
Which is fine.
It's cool.
But just know that.
It's like, but deep down.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. So it's fine that you're doing that, but just know that whatever your choice makes have consequences.
Right. The narrator comes in. But deep down, Shayne wasn't fine. Shayne was angry. Shayne took that home with him.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's funny, like couples third wheeling. So my best friend, he got married like a year ago.
I'm the king.
A year ago. I was the best man in his wedding and stuff. And it was funny because everyone, like, before we got married, they were like, so what does this mean for you and Mike? Are you guys like breaking up? Because like he and I are super close. We do everything together. Like we work together. We do music together. And like people were always joking about that. And like whenever I go hang out at his house and his wife's there, like so today, like this past week, I've been staying at his house all week because we were working near where he lives. He lives like 45 minutes from me, and we'd work and then go work out and then just like eat and go to sleep basically. But we're hanging out. I always try to get his wife to hang out with us, and she's like, "I always feel like a third wheel when you guys are hanging out."
Wait,
so she always like leaves. Like,
wait, she feels like the third wheel. I love it. I've been on so many dates where it's like that, where it's like I'll go on the date and it's like, well, I mean, so I know a bunch of couples, and I go out with them, and like. I'm not the third wheel.
Yes.
Yeah, you are the wheel.
Yes.
It's like I'm the one. I'm keeping the thing going. The other person's
me
just
too.
I've
broken couples up because of that. Because
like,
the guy has been more interested in hanging out with me than he has like his girlfriend. I'm like, I'm not my fault. It's not my fault that I'm more entertaining than you.
He turns around. He's got the man with him. And looks at the back of the girl.
No,
it's like,
I went on a double date. Well, Luke knows. He actually knows all three of these people. Knows, but I went on a double date.
Who is it?
This is when Rachel was dating Chris. I don't think
I know both of them actually.
I know.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I don't know him through Rachel actually.
Oh really?
We won't get into it though. But I knew him before I knew Rachel.
Okay. So we went on a double date. It is. We went on a double date and we went to see The Hunger Games or whichever. I think it was the first one. And
remember this.
And so everyone's excited for the double date, and then the whole movie, Chris is talking more to me than he is to Rachel, and so after the movie, we get him to like the parking lot. And they break up in the parking lot, basically. This big fight and all this stuff.
Stop, hold up. So you all were in the parking lot. Did you leave before they broke up? Please don't tell me you were like the referee.
He's like, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So they didn't. Okay.
He's
they
like,
didn't break.
That's right. That's the right decision. Chris is my friend.
I don't know, Chris. Yeah, dude. He's like, Shayne's like, I hate that Chris has friends. The fact that you're here is even worse. Get out of here.
No, but that's my thing, though. I was with my date. I wasn't even concerned about them. I was on a date myself, and so yeah. And
did I know your date?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Chris.
No,
it was Chris.
Yeah,
Chris and Shayne were on a date. These two girls came with them.
It turned into Chris being my date. but
it's like unintentionally. It just happened.
Right.
And it's funny when you go on a double date. I feel like the men bond and then the women bond. Like when I'm on a double date, I spend more time talking to the guy about like,
well, yeah, the point is to become
girls, right?
friends.
You know?
I think
who's the girl?
Did I know friends to be friends?
Did I know the girl?
Yes.
The one you went on a date. What?
Yes.
Are you gonna tell me her name?
I mean, I've only dated so many people in my life, but yeah,
it doesn't even matter anymore.
Like it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't.
Doesn't even matter.
Actually, I have another story, but yeah. And so
we're gonna call this is the Shayne's story podcast.
I have stories for days, but they didn't break up in the parking lot. But they did get into an argument, and then they, both drove off and sped off angrily.
And you were there for that.
Yes. But I don't remember if I picked sides. I'm the type of person, I can't pick sides when two people fight because I always say,
unless it's against me.
No, I always say, well,
you know that's true. You know that's true.
I can vouch.
Wait, what?
I said against Luke. Like if we're arguing in the group chat.
I said when you don't pick sides unless it's against me.
I'm rolling my eyes. No, I mean when it comes to something that's serious. When it's something yeah. So because I always say, well, this person didn't do anything wrong to me, so I can't dislike them because they did something wrong to you or because you don't like them. I can't do that. I've had many people stop being my friend because of that, and I think that's a load of baloney. So I didn't pick sides, and I'm friends with both of them, and I'm still friends with both of them. Yeah.
What?
And
I don't even know Rachel anymore. I haven't talked to her in like 5 years.
I mean, I haven't actively talked. I mean, I've talked to Chris more than I've talked to Rachel. I haven't actively talked to Rachel in a while, actually. But yeah, so yeah, then they broke up because I'm just a great and entertaining person, and I make people laugh, and I'm funny. So yeah.
Good. I'm glad you.
Yeah, so I'm a great third wheel. I'm fun at parties.
You just smash.
I charge.
You're not. No, here's the thing. You're not a third wheel. This is a motorcycle, and you just kick the front wheel off and take the place. So it's like you're taking lead, and then the other person who was on the date's just like rolling down the hill off the motorcycle.
Yes.
Basically, he's a destroyer of worlds and relationships.
But I also just wanted to say, too, because it relates to something we were talking about in the group chat when we were talking about getting over exes or something, right? The other day? Yeah, and I said that, it takes a significant... What?
But I guess I just told myself how emo I am. I'm not emo, guys. It's fine.
No, I mean, we're all emo in some ways. But, so I said...
Under Oath came out with a new song today, speaking of emo. I'm going to check it out after the podcast. Continue.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. So... I said in the group chat that I think we all kind of agreed that to really get over someone there needs to be a significant amount of space between the two of you, and I said that
I said that too, sort of.
Yeah, I said we all kind of agreed, and I said when me and my ex or whatever stopped having a thing, we didn't talk for about 3 years until we kind of talked. Again, but we are hanging out on this Sunday, and this will be the first time. I mean, I've seen her a few times, but this will be the first time we are together hanging out, not at some big event or where there's a bunch of other people. This will be the first time the two of us have hung out since we kind of broke up or whatever.
Break her. Make her miserable.
Oh man!
But I don't know because she has a baby now, and I don't know.
What?
And so but
the plot keeps thickening, Shayne.
But I'm trying to debate because there's something that's like heavy on my chest that I kind of want to say to her just so I can get it out and move on, but I don't want that to in any way, I don't know. I don't want it to.
You don't want it to like shape your friendship from now on. Like,
I mean, there's no friendship. It sounds like there's no friendship, really.
No, we're really great friends, but
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I don't know.
I'm just saying, because we don't talk that often. I mean, we talk, but we don't like hang out because, I mean, like, you know, you have a life and stuff, and I'm not trying to necessarily invade unless you are free to invade. Then that's a different conversation. But
she has a kid, dude. Like, red flag.
Many people have
I'm
kids.
pretty. I don't know. I don't want to date someone who has a child.
I've always said that too, and that was actually a question.
I really don't want to take care of someone else's
a dating
kid.
profile I missed, or I have, and I've always said I used to say no, I would never date someone who's already had kids, but then I had to really think about it, and I said, you know what, I probably could. I don't want to date someone who has like a 9-year-old, but
yeah. So I mean, I don't.
I
know
always.
that
I
wouldn't.
Hold on, let me finish.
But I would think about it.
Let me finish. I would
Shayne, you
say.
keep bringing up great conversations, and then like we go on it, and then we're like, wait, let's go back to the.
No. I just wanted because I was.
Yeah, continue.
In the middle of saying my sentence, but I'm saying, I would date someone who has a kid with someone else as long as they were willing to have kids with me. I could think I could do that.
That's a good compromise.
As long as we can have our own kids,
so that I can have kids that I love, and then we'll have.
I would love your kids. I love all kids, but I'm just saying it's important for me to have my own kids.
It's like I love all kids. I love all kids infinitely, but I would love my kids infinitely more than that other kid. So like I feel like if pretty much any girl, if it's the right girl, I would think about what I make statements about. But I'm just saying in general, if I find out someone has a kid, it's always like, ooh, red flag. I don't really want to deal with that, you know? Now, if she was perfect, you know, maybe. But
I don't know.
do
I
not
think for me,
have an interest in raising some loser's kid.
Maybe he died.
I would say for me, it depends on the situation.
Probably not.
But you don't know that unless you have a conversation. I would
exactly why I said I might make exceptions.
Yeah, I would definitely talk about it first and see like what is the issue. Like, is the dad cool? Or is this going to be an issue where I'm going to get threats every day because I'm not really about. I don't need drama.
I don't know.
If it's like a cool co-parenting thing, I'm okay with that.
I want to be like early married. If you know, like I don't want to have a kid around. I don't want to jump straight into that. So it's
I know
just
what you mean. Yeah.
That's my viewpoint on it. Now I might be saying this now, and I might end up in a situation where I change my mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just saying, right now, sitting here, that would be something I don't want.
I think like that's. Like, if y'all are both, like, older and have been married before, it's like, oh, yeah, I feel like it'd be less hard then. But, like, when you're young and you haven't even gone to that, like, realm of life
Yeah, it's like I haven't been on a honeymoon and I have to babysit. You know? Like, that would suck. I would not be a fan.
I think it's a little different.
Ask for a babysitter in your registry when you get married.
Here's the other thing. I see it as, like, sell sell the kid. We don't need him. Just go.
No, that's
we'll
not
make a new one.
Well, I mean, for me,
no. Okay, hold up. Because like your life right now is about you, and then when you get married, your life is about you. Both of you together, and then you have a kid, and your life is about the kid, right? So I don't want to jump from me to all of a sudden. I mean, obviously, that's the way I think it is. And so like, if I just jump from now to all of a sudden, oh, now I got a kid, what? And it's not even mine. It's like, oh man, I missed a step that I never even got to experience. You know? So that's the way I feel about it. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Well, I was going to make a comment, but I was like, you know what? Every situation is different, so I feel like I can go on about this forever.
I'm talking about in generalities, but...
Yeah.
You know.
No, because I was going to say, I mean, it's not necessarily your responsibility to take care of the kids if both parents are in the picture. And I was like, that sounds terrible to say. Let me not say that.
Yeah, but
I
then
said
it's
it anyway,
like,
so whatever.
Do you want to come...
2018.
Do you want to go on this trip with me, honey face, whatever I call her? Do you want to come with me? And it'd be like, no, I can't. I have to take care of the child. Oh, see, it would just get in the way. I love that. I call it. No,
wait,
that's
on the
no
bright side,
fun.
though. But
I gotta babysit the kid the whole time?
But if the dad's still around, you have a free babysitter. But yo, dog, take care of your kid. I'm gonna go.
Take care of my kid too.
You go on vacation on Dad Week.
There you go.
What?
Look, when the
there's no comparison. It would be different, and it's a different. I don't want to deal with.
Oh yeah, it'd be weird, for sure.
And if I have to deal with it, I don't want to, but I might have to. But I'm just saying.
I love every kid like they were my own anyway. So
I love kids too, but I like giving them back to their parents sometimes.
No, almost a lot of my kids that I've worked with in my programs, like I want to keep. I'm like, can you be my kid? You're great. I want my kid to be just like you because you're well behaved and responsible and smart.
All right, so female woman has a kid and he's a brat.
Female.
Oh no! Oh, don't get me wrong. If I didn't like the kid, I don't care how good the girl is. If I don't like the kid, it's not happening.
That's messed up.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Well, first of all, like a kid is only a product of was being raised at. Oh, wait, that's actually a good point. Not to date her also, but he could be a good kid one day. But the girl, you should judge her as herself.
No, I would judge the girl as herself, but I'm saying in terms of committing
she obviously doesn't know how to raise a kid correctly.
Into a serious relationship, if this kid is a demon, like some of these demon kids that I have seen, I just don't.
Like Philip, am I right?
No, I love Philip. It's like
Classic
Luke is saying. It's just a lot of extraness that you have to go through that you might not necessarily go through. But yes, if this girl was the one for me, I could get past that. Obviously, I know how to work with kids. So
we're all saying the same thing. Where it's like, if I had the choice between perfect girl with a kid and perfect girl without a kid, let's go without. Let's just go with So it's like, if I found the perfect woman and she had a kid, that would be a problem. I would have to figure out how to make that work. It would make me question, do I want to make this work or not? But it would be something to make me consider stuff a little bit more. I think we all agree with that.
But we do. And the point is that this girl is great and her kid is cute. So my dilemma here is...
Kids grow up, Shayne. Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a girl.
So what's your dilemma, Shayne? Tell me.
My issue is I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Well, we haven't even gotten to the place where you have to make a decision.
We don't even know this woman, guys.
It could literally go
nowhere.
nowhere.
I haven't met her yet.
I'm just talking about me and my friend. I don't know what we're supposed to do in terms of we're hanging out because I'm like, you said.
Oh, yeah, she has a kid. I forgot.
Okay, so
I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about real life.
Let's reel this back to where we had it a second ago, and because I had a thought about it, where it's like you have this person that you're trying to talk to, and you're trying to decide if you want to say things for closure.
I totally forgot
reasons,
that was a real person.
Right?
Yes, and I don't know if.
So before, I'm trying to wrap it in.
Okay.
I'm trying to wrap it into something. So
gotcha.
That's your issue. You're trying to decide if you want to have the closure with her or not. Now, are you interested in her? You are? Okay. Well,
I'm saying I don't know. I can't say if I'm interested for sure.
Okay,
I was madly. I was in love.
It.
I was in love with her, so obviously I still have those feelings. So
the
if
closure,
the opportunity were there, I would yes.
The interest is sort of still there, maybe. The closure, the interest in closure is still there. You're gonna see her, and you're considering whether or not you want to say something to her, like whether you want to unleash the. This is the truth of the last 5 years. This is what happened. Is that what you're doing? Or thinking about?
Kind of, in a way, but I don't know. And so I've already had the conversation with myself because, whatever. And I just don't know if me having, talking to her about it, as much as I know it would make me potentially feel better. I don't know if that's selfish because I don't know if
it might not.
I don't know if I know, but I'm saying I don't know if it would be if that's more selfish to have the conversation with her when I can have it for myself and kind of move on. But I don't feel like I can move on until I've sort of
you not moved on?
How such and such situation. I've moved on from in terms of that relationship. I've moved on, but there's a lot of struggles when it comes to me trying to pursue other women that come up in relations to that, and it's more like an anxiety thing, and I feel there's just like this heavy weight that I kind of have to that I want to express to her, so I can kind of move. When was this
relationship? Like how old were you? And I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just trying to kind of like
you're
get
good.
Some important details out of this.
The whole experience was from
I'm assuming it's an early relationship.
Yeah. It was from
she's had enough time to have a kid.
2008 to probably about 2002.
Okay.
13, 12.
A thought. Sometimes it can be good to kind of say the things that you've been thinking, but I would also say that from my anecdotal experience with people, like this sort of thing, it's like, say what you want to say if it's going to give you clarity, and if you want to say it, then just say it. But I wouldn't expect it to turn anything. I would say it just to see if it gets it off your mind.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it to change.
What was that, Michael?
Anything?
Hold up. What was that, Michael?
Go ahead, keep going, Shayne. I'll say it in a second.
Oh yeah, I'm saying I don't want to say it to change anything. Like I'm not saying this in hopes of her turning around and saying, "Oh, I love you."
I wouldn't hope it at all. I wouldn't expect it to hope it at all.
No, I don't. I don't. My intention is to just sort of be able to move on. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's selfish. If I'm using that to just for that pure reason of myself moving on, but then I don't know, because it's just something we've never talked about, so I don't know if because when we kind of have touched on the subject in past conversations, it's been kind of awkward because it's something we just never talked about after it happened, and that I think that's what's bothered me the most.
It's not ground you've ever treaded on, and you'd like to at least say like, "Hey, this is what's going on." Now, here's the thing, Michael. I noticed like, well, we've talked a little bit about this in the chat, but I mean, like the thing that I keep getting at is this like, well, it's possible you could get back with her. It's like, yeah, but you can't ever plan on it. It's like buying a lottery ticket and being like, it's possible
you can't plan on
win.
Anything.
And it's like, no, you should not arrange your life with the expectation that this will work out again, because it probably won't. And so like when I buy a lottery ticket, I don't expect, there's no possibility I'm going to win. If I win, I'll figure it out, but I'm planning on not winning. That's the way I approach this kind of stuff.
I was just going to say like stuff like that, like maybe like talk to them about normal stuff, and then if it comes up, then talk about it, and then, or if it doesn't come up that time, talk about it like after that first friendship talk. That way you can like talk and establish like a good relationship and stuff, and it's not super weird to be like, hey, I haven't seen you in 5 years. By the way, you broke my heart, and I've been in pain for the past ever. And I just want you to know that. Just like do it casually. Like you're good at convo. You can do it. Just put it off as long as possible.
I think you guys we're cool. We're friends. We talk. So it wouldn't be an awkward thing to bring up at all.
Then do it. If you guys are already
I just don't know if it would be selfish. That's what my dilemma is. I don't want it. I don't want to hurt someone for my own personal
If I knew that I hurt
gain.
somebody and they really needed closure, I would want them to talk about it. 'Cause I don't want that like between you two, because it's going to make your friendship better if you can get it off your chest.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I would do it. But you just got to make sure you do it the right way.
I'm going to. Anyways, I was already
good.
But I just,
This stuff is always kind of weird.
It's good to get some other opinions. Yeah,
as black and white as this is, if you're going to get involved with somebody like emotionally in that way, I feel like you're either going to be friends or you're not, and then after you break up, you're probably not going to be friends. Now, you might still stay connected, you might hang out sometimes, whatever. I just have noticed that people don't date and then stay friends. Not really.
Yep.
So, if you are friends with her, cool. If there's something on your mind, there is a good possibility that you're going to say it and you're not going to feel the same. You're not really going to stay friends. I don't know. This stuff seems so like trivial in a way where it's like, this is just, I don't know. I feel like there's no good answers. And there's not really good advice. There's just things that I see that happen, like patterns. And like, I wish it was better news, but it's also like I feel like it's usually not good news with stuff like this.
Basically. So, yeah.
Not to be discouraging, I'm just...
I mean, you're not discouraging to me because that didn't really relate to my personal situation. So.
That's good.
If you talk to her about this, you guys might not be friends anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, it's not. It's not like that.
All right. Good.
Like we're way too good of friends for that to be. Why
I've
we're
said
not
that
friends.
before, though.
Yeah, I know, but everyone's relationship with people are different. So.
True.
That's true.
And I know. So should be good. Hopefully, I just don't get punched in the face by
a baby.
Oh yeah, by a baby too. As well.
Yeah.
Wait, is she married?
No, it's not that I know of.
So she just
She was engaged at one. She was engaged at one point though. But she's not. She hasn't been with that guy in forever. So. Yeah, I remember when I found that out, I was like, "Oh no, I almost missed my chance." And that's when I was still like deeply in the midst of it. I was like, "Oh."
It's never good to be strung along. You know, I've just found that to be true.
It's not, and
I feel like we all learn it at some point.
And that's why, yeah, it's true, and that's why a lot in my life lately I've been trying to ask for clarity about stuff in terms of, especially with relationships. Like the last girl I was talking to, I had to just talk to her and say, okay, so like, are we cool? Are we friends? Because after we stopped dating, we didn't really clarify anything, and yet every time we talk, I feel very uncomfortable when I talk to you. So are we cool? And she's like, yeah, we're friends. And yeah, she's like, yeah, we didn't really make that clear. So, okay, well, now that I know, I feel like I can actually talk to you about real, normal people things and not just feel every time I talk to you we're having surface level small talk. I feel like, like you know, we've like, yeah, anyways. But yeah, so yeah, it's being strung along is not good.
No.
And people should not do that to other people. Just tell people the truth.
Yes.
So they can move on as much. I know, and it's because people don't want to hurt other people, but you
most
hurt
of the
them
time,
more
one person
by
has
stringing them along.
moved on, and then the other person hasn't.
Yes.
And it's usually
the person. Yeah, but the person who moves on doesn't tell the other person that they've moved on, and they're just like, okay.
I mean, I don't tell people that I moved on. Not
hey,
really.
just want to send you a message real quick, let you know that I moved on, and it's cool now. Bye.
Yeah, I don't do that.
No, but like it's awkward. But like communication is key.
Because I just assume that they're fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's the issue.
I'm saying everybody. Things. I think everybody does it. Where most people.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, fine. We all just assume.
Which is like, you know, and not that. No, I'm not saying that everyone assumes things. I'm saying that like, I think it's better to not approach someone and see if they're fine and just let them be. Most of the time. This isn't all the time, but in like this sort of situation, because it's kind of awkward, and so, I feel like if someone has a problem, they should say it. You know, they shouldn't expect people to kind of go up and ask.
Communication is always the best.
I would have. I would have liked someone to do it to
that.
me. If I'm being honest, like I would have liked it better in certain situations if people had come to me and checked on me. But
yeah,
I think it's unrealistic to expect people to do that.
Oh, it is.
They
won't.
Yeah,
definitely. They won't.
So you have to take responsibility for your discomfort if you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you got something to say it. Don't wait for someone to ask you.
Boy.
Because when nobody asks you, then you get mad. Like, wait, nobody's asking me, but I have this thing to say. Nobody asked me.
That's right. Michael, you hear this?
Yeah.
You good?
That's when you blow up and you get angry and you go off.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where to take this conversation anymore.
I saw Black Panther. It was awesome, but Shayne hasn't seen it yet.
I'm seeing it tomorrow. When I get off of work with I'm excited.
Yeah. If we could have seen it, it probably would have been good to talk about because it's such a hot topic right now. But
well, we can see it next week. We'll talk about it.
It's going to be a hot topic for the next coming month.
It's been a hot topic before it even came out. Like it's
been a hot topic since like last year. Last 2 years.
It's a huge topic right now. I think it's going to taper off though, but I don't think it matters because our gun control episode did so well. Like it's one of our most successful episodes so far. Sweet. Like just in the amount of speed and views that it got or listens that it got. And a lot of people are messaging me about it, which is kind of cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We told you controversial statements. Sometimes they work good for you.
They do. I'm just saying, you guys just wait.
All the time.
You just wait and see because we're gonna hit a point at one point where we're gonna wish we didn't talk about the controversial thing. And the way we handled it was good. I'm just saying, we didn't. Well, we don't have to get on this on the podcast, but like I feel like you guys should know. I feel like you guys should know that you don't want to just put everything on the internet where it's just on record and on file.
That's true.
Right?
Right.
So I'm cautious about things where everyone is going ballistic because it's like, all right, why don't we put something that people can pull up in a court later.
I feel you don't want to
put it on the internet.
We're pretty chill though. We don't say anything that crazy.
Yeah, I feel you don't want to put uninformed opinions on the internet. I feel
that's exactly what Logan Paul said right before he uploaded that video.
Right before we put uninformed opinions on the internet.
Oh, so did he actually say that?
No, I'm just saying he probably was saying a lot of these same things before he uploaded that video of the guy killing himself. You know, it's like, oh yeah, it's controversial. It get views, and then all of a sudden it was like, oops,
photo views.
That through.
Like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of this stuff in general, I want to talk about it. I like debating stuff like that. People are just sensitive, and you know, like people are just so petty and stupid about it. Like people act like children about like a lot of this stuff.
People are really stupid.
Like I could literally ask questions of someone, and they'll be like I made someone mad at me again, but I made someone mad at me just for asking questions about stuff, and it's like I didn't even tell you my opinion. I asked you about your opinion, and because I didn't just agree with you, it made you like upset, and it's like, what is this? It's so annoying, and so I guess I'm seeing what people are capable of being like, and that just makes me uneasy about certain topics. I do think there are topics that I have turned down on this podcast that it was a good idea that I turned them down. I still think that.
That's fine. Sometimes you gotta follow your gut and do stuff.
So,
but it's all good.
Gun control worked out. I'm just saying I'm not backing down on the ones I've said no to before.
That's okay. I already forgot what they were.
Good. Everybody else did too.
So yeah. So anything else you guys want to talk about? It's like
no, we're done.
An hour and a half. I think.
Podcast is over. Yeah, we're done. Michael, any plugs?
Yeah, I'm playing a show on March 1st at Slover Library in Norfolk. It's gonna be like an acoustic jazzy show with Keycentric.
Whoa!
And other than that, follow me on Instagram, Michael Demas, MyKolDimas. So got some stuff coming out, but it's gonna be a little bit. So if you go there, you'll see everything that I'm doing.
Nice. Shayne.
Yeah, so like always, check out the Pop Talk podcast, the episode that will be coming out the same day as this episode. We're talking about Katy Perry, and I have a lot of choice things to say about her. So if you want to check that out, go on SoundCloud to Pop Talk Podcast and listen to that. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. McCatty, MrMCCatty, and I'll kind of add a tease plug. So
a tease plug.
Yeah, a tease plug. Just
a teaser preview.
So I know I keep talking about a lot of things, and I have a lot, and this is probably one of my main issues. I have a lot of projects in the works, but one that I'm really super excited for that will be coming relatively soon is that this weekend I have the first writing session, brainstorm session, whatever you want to call it, for a musical that I'm going to be writing for my camp, or one of the summer camps that I do over the summer, and we write the plays and stuff every year. And I've been trying to get us to do a musical for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years, and I finally got greenlit this year for a musical. And Michael. I talked to Michael about helping us write some songs.
Yeah, man.
A little bit about that, so we'll talk more later. And
collaboration.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about this because this is like a childhood dream of mine. I've always wanted to write and produce and direct my own musical and whatnot. So that's actually potentially, I'm gonna say it is sweet, coming into fruition, and so I'm super excited about that. And I'll keep us updated on the process as we go along with that. But yeah,
woo,
that's happening in my life. Musicals.
Very cool. My film, I'm so sick of sound effects, and I'm sick of editing sound effects.
I saw like a picture you posted on Instagram. There was like so many sounds on top of each other.
I told you, man. There's like 1,000 sounds in this stupid movie.
Yeah.
And it's mostly me just trying to fix mistakes that were kind of done in the recording, and I'm figuring some stuff out. But I've literally redone the sounds in the movie like 3 times, and I'm almost got it figured out though. And I learned a lot about certain mic dynamics and equalization and different levels. It's just like a more in-depth look at the process of getting the sound in this movie.
Are you recording sounds yourself, or are you doing all of them online, or what?
Yeah, I'm recording a lot of them myself. So
that's fun, but it's time consuming.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like okay, I got to get sound effects of someone turning their head. Oh, and it's so simple, and so I did it one way, and I did it a different way another time, and I keep going back and I listen to it and be like, this is not right. This isn't working. And I think I finally figured out the way to make it work well. And so now I'm like going through and fixing the bad parts with my redo sounds, but it's just a lot of work. But the movie's coming along, and I really hope it's getting close to being finished. The only thing holding me back at this point from like coming up with a release date is the film festivals we're trying to get it into. But we're getting close, so you will be able to check out that film soon. I'll start doing the marketing soon.
Cool. What's it called?
Thread. My film Thread. Yep. Put a lot of work in this movie, so I hope it turns out all right. So you can also check out my vlog channel, Luke Roxwell Vlogs. I actually edited a vlog the other day, and I was like a machine. I was editing so fast because it's not a movie, so it's like a lot simpler to edit. And I was just like zipping through it, and so I got some vlogs ready to go once I release this short film, and then I'm going to go back to vlogging for a bit. So that's kind of exciting. But you can check out that channel, Luke Roxwell Vlogs. It's been a while since I've released one. They will come soon, and they will come in bulk because I have a lot of them. Yeah, so check out our other podcast episodes and leave us reviews, leave us comments, and tweet us at WAITSB Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
All right, thanks everybody, and outro music.